In this video, I'm going to share how you can use the power of truth. So let's get started. A powerful reality for you on your journey as you're becoming more, as you're growing into more, is to stop lying and simply tell the truth. Now, of course, this sounds easy, but it's not. Because as men, we've built up walls and barriers around all these different parts of our lives. We have barriers around our emotions, barriers around our ideas, our feelings, our thoughts, and we have serious barriers that we've built around our hearts. And this is because most men, we build up these barriers around our hearts because we would rather do that, protect our heart, than even risk the possibility of our heart getting crushed or broken. And most women, including most wives, don't realize just how guarded and protected men and their husbands' hearts really are. Because the pain is so great of having a wounded heart that we don't even want to take the chance. So we'll build up these walls. We'll build a fortress around our heart so there's no chance that it could possibly get crushed. One of the ways that men do this, that men build up this wall, is to start lying. Now, this isn't like purposefully looking at someone in their face and lying to them. No, we're talking about something quite different here. We're talking about the lies of hiding the true want and desire and need that a man feels in his life. And one of the ways that a man will start to build this barrier is he'll start lying. Now, I don't mean looking someone in the face and literally lying about, this is what I had for dinner last night. And I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is him lying about what he really needs, what he really wants out of his own life. So he'll start to build up a story about how great everything is right now, about how he has it all. He's got everything figured out. Life is just going the way that he wants it to go. That's how these lies can start to build in an adult man. So he lies about his current life, basically, not letting anyone in behind the wall, not letting in anyone behind the barrier and behind the mask. No one gets to see what the real man is like inside. Of course, no one can live like that forever. You can't exist fully as a man hidden behind a barrier, because when that happens, we're not living a life of truth. Of course, the hardest part of all of this is when we're confronted with the lies that we've been telling ourselves all these years. Because then those lies mean that you're living a false story of yourself. You're living a false story of what you need, of what you want, of what you desire in your own life. And if you've shared that story with other people, as you almost for sure have, now you have to maintain and live that lie for everyone else, not just live it for yourself. Now, you might be able to live that way for a while. You might even start to believe the lie yourself for a while, but eventually that's going to eat you up inside and cause all sorts of problems. Because now you're literally living a lie. You might even be living your entire life financed on credit cards or a second or even a third mortgage just to maintain the image of the lie that you've built up as your life. Your wife might not even know the extent of this lie. She might not even know what's going on inside your heart. This stuff that's been eating you up as you're trying to maintain this image, she might not be aware of any of it until the day that it comes crashing down. And it always is going to come crashing down. Now, a life that's built on lies, it cannot last. It just can't last forever. It's always going to crumble. And then when it does, it's going to take other people down with you. During that time, your wife, your kids, your friends, your family, anyone who's been wrapped up in that lie, they're all going to go down with you when it crashes. Since us men don't really talk about these things, it can be really hard to break through and learn how to live a life of powerful truth. However, if you want to be a significant man, if you want to experience what that kind of life is like, you have to choose to live in the power of truth. You have to make a conscious choice to say, enough with the lies. I'm going to be truthful from this point forward. I'm going to decide to live my life built on a foundation of truth. So guys, stop building new walls and new barriers around your heart and around the truth. Stop hiding what your soul is telling you, what you know is real and true. Now, one of the scary parts here is you're going to have to let people in. You're going to have to let them see the real you. This includes the positive and the negative. You need to bring all of that out into the open. Let your entire life be exposed to truth. That means sharing your reality with those who are close to you, those who love you, those who support you, and those who are on the walk with you of your life. And you stop lying about what you really need and want. You stop lying about the challenges and the hardships that you're actually facing. You stop lying about the dreams that you have, about your desires and your hopes and the future and the life that you actually want to live. There's real power in that old cliche, the truth shall set you free. And yeah, it's a cliche, but it's true and it's extremely powerful. Imagine how you'll feel if you no longer have to lie to anyone. Most importantly, you no longer have to lie to yourself. Imagine what it will be like when you can live a life of truth with your wife and with your kids and with your colleagues, with your business associates, when you get to be truthful with everyone. When you do this, there's a giant weight that's lifted off your shoulders. This burden that you've been carrying of trying to live this life of a lie, it's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Are there going to be problems because of this? Yeah, you bet there are going to be problems because of this. You've been lying to people and yourself. You're going to have to deal with that. But once you go through that and come out on the other side, oh man, the amount of ease at which you can go through life, it's so much easier. And that's where we talk about the power that you have when you walk into a room and you realize you don't have to lie. When you walk into a situation and you realize you don't have to pretend, you get to be you in every situation. That's extremely powerful. Of course, this isn't going to be easy. This isn't going to be painless. You've been building up these walls and these barriers. You've been telling these lies to yourself and everyone else for years, decades, maybe even your entire life since you were a little child. So it's going to take time to break down all those walls that you've built up, but you've got to do it. And the amazing thing here as we wrap up is you get to have this power as soon as you choose to have it. The only thing in your way from experiencing the power of living a life of truth is you choosing to do this. Once you've made the conscious choice that you're going to live a life of truth, suddenly you have an entirely new source of power available to you, and I hope you use it. So be sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. I know this is kind of a difficult subject, so I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. And if you know somebody else who would like this video, please go ahead and share it with them. So until next time, thanks for watching.